Hi, in this video today I'm going to show you how this Karcher SC3 Easyfix works, how it gets put together and the different features of it. So when you get it, you will have to pop the wheels on. That's really easy. You just line them up, push them in, and then they lock into place. We need to get the decalcification cartridge here. These need to be replaced every now and then. The machine will let you know when it should be replaced, and you just slot that there and push it down. As far as putting all the attachments together, it depends what you want to do. For example, if you want to do the floor, you're going to be putting in the extension tubes. They can go either that way or that way. They're reversible, and then to release them, we just press the button here and you can pull them out. So for example, if you just wanted to use this little nozzle here as a hand nozzle, you would just be using it like that. But if you want to do the extension ones for a floor, you'll put that one on there, this one on here, and then you would have your floor one on here. When it comes to the cloths, you're just going to be on this one, it's just held on just like that. You have these little bits here that they just grip onto, and then you're going to be, with the extension here, you're just going to be moving it around there. After so many uses, when they get dirty, you can wash them, and they have the washing instructions on here. If you're looking for the washing instructions on this one, turn it inside out and you have the washing instructions here. This one would fit onto this one here, like so. So they're just little microfiber cloths, like that. So for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to fit this one on here. You can also have little attachments that go on here. They're like a bayonet fitting, so they'll go on like so and then lock into place like that. When it comes to the nozzle, we've got 3 different settings. If this is down here, it's child lock. You won't be able to hit the trigger here. In the middle one, it's going to be like half steam. It allows you to push halfway. And this one will be full steam. It allows you to push all the way in. So most of the time, you're probably going to have it on full steam. If you're worried about young ones doing anything with it when it's on, you can put it to child lock so it can't be turned on there. Now, when it comes to filling up with water, you need to fill up in this area here. Not here, not here, here. This is where you fill up the water. And you're going to be using cold tap water, and you fill it up with 1 litre. During use, you can top it up. So when you're using it and it's getting low, you can add some more water. You don't have to turn it off to add more water to it. So I'm just going to put in 1 litre now. But to show you what happens when it's empty, I'm just going to plug it in. This light here will light up red, indicating that that it's out of water. So if we plug it in now, we have an on and an off switch here. This is off and this is on. And you can see straight away we have the on here, which is green, and we have a red light here with a tap. That indicates that it's out of water. So we're going to get some water and we're going to fill it up. Maximum is 1 litre. You don't have to put 1 litre in, but that's the max you can put in. For the purpose of this video, I'm just going to put in 500 millilitres, so half a litre. So don't put more than 1 litre in, otherwise it can overflow from the top. And then when we pour it in here, you will see that this light will go out. And it only takes about 30 seconds to heat up. So if I bring this over to the sink, and if I was to put this one on, you can see already now we're going to be nearly ready to go. You might get water out for the first squirt, but after that it will turn to steam. Just give it a few more seconds, it's just building up. There we go. And now you can see that we have steam coming out. Okay. Now let me just explain a few things down here. So I'm just going to turn it off. I'm going to show you how to set the hardness, because it's important. If you don't set the hardness correctly for your area, then you might be replacing the cartridge too frequently, spending money. Or if you live in a very hard water area and this is set to soft, you might be furring up the inside of the boiler. So when it's off, all we have to do is hold down the reset button and then turn it on. And then after a couple of seconds, it's going to start flashing here at you. This will depend on what level it is. Right now it's flashing 3 times. That means it's a hard water area. 4 times would be very hard water, 1 time is soft, 2 times is medium. To swap through them, we just press the button. Now it would be 4 times, that's very hard. You can see it's just cycling through. If we do it again, it will now be 1, so this would be soft water. So pretend we live in a medium area. I'm going to press it again for 2. So every time you press it, it goes between soft, medium, hard, very hard. So right now this is medium, and to lock that in, we hold it down for 2 seconds until the light comes on. And that is it now. Every time we turn it on and off, it will be set to medium. Remember to change that if you were to move house. Now, as you're using this, it's on a countdown. This is why you need to set the hardness, because if it's on a very hard water area, you're going to be replacing this more frequently. The machine's going to be telling you to replace it more frequently than a soft water area. So what will happen is, if you see this light start to flash, that means you've got 2 hours left before the filter needs replacing. If it flashes quick, you've got 1 hour left before it needs replacing. When it's on constantly, the machine will lock itself out and you will have to change this filter. To change the filter, you take this one out, you buy a new one, and then what you need to do is you need to hold the reset button down for 4 seconds. That will let the machine know that it's a new filter, and then it will start the countdown all over again. And depending on use, 6 months later, you might need to replace this filter again. So when you're finished with it, what you're going to do is turn it off here. You don't have to take the filter out, that can stay in, and we're going to turn this upside down over the sink to get rid of all the old water. Now when you're using it, they recommend you don't use it for more than 20 minutes at a time. So limit yourself to 15-20 minutes. And I'm going to show you how to store it. So this is it all packed away, and you can see it doesn't take up a huge amount of room. When you pack it properly, there's a little bit here that you can slot that into. You can put your little attachments here. The big ones go in here, you put these on top and then wrap the cord around there. If you're wondering about the different attachments, this is a floor nozzle, this is a hand nozzle, this one here is a detail nozzle. So that is it, that is your Karcher SC3. If this video has helped you out, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.